What's up, guys and gals? Wes Jones here again, coming to you with my latest modification to my Ascend 128T kayak. If you guys have been watching my videos, you will see in my last video I added a trolling motor to this kayak. I could not be happier. The only kind of problem that I had with it was I do a lot of fishing in shallow rivers and creeks. And as low down as this hangs, I was starting to drag in spots, so I needed to implement a lift system, and I was able to do that really cheap and really easily. Basically, all you're going to need is a few pieces. I bought a anchor trolley kit off Amazon. It was 30 bucks. It came with 2 of these Harken pulleys, various hardware. Didn't really use any of the hardware. I don't use these plastic cat's eyes that came with it. I mean, they're plastic. My buddy has some on his kayak and they break. Plus, I mean, who wants like a cheap chintzy plastic piece on their kayak? Anyway, so this lift system, super duper straightforward. Take your Harken pulley, you mount it to the back side of your trolling motor. You can put it on the right or the left, and you want to mount it back in this little groove. It's like it was almost made for it. You will need to get a couple spacers. I got a couple plastic spacers from Lowe's. I think it was $1.30. And the reason you need those spacers is because you need to bring this pulley out a little bit. If you don't have these spacers, this pulley sits in, and then your paracord is like rubbing right here, and it's no good, man. It's no good. So you need those spacers. I got a washer and a nut back here. I went ahead and shaved off these bolts a little bit because I still want it to be able to tilt this motor up and it not catch those bolts. So really satisfied with that. Took a 1/4-inch drill bit and drilled out the front support gusset. Put an aluminum carabiner in there. Some people use stainless. Aluminum one was 98 cents. The stainless one was $4.50, so I'm going to go with that. Just put your little loop, your paracord. You'll run it up and through that Harken pulley. All right. Now this right here, I put in this little disconnect because there are some spots here in Arkansas where you cannot have a powered watercraft. What are you doing? Where you cannot have a powered watercraft, so I put a couple loops in the paracord here so I can, unscrew that. And then, of course, you remember from my last video, the steering cables are just connected by carabiners, so I can disconnect that, and I can still remove my whole trolling motor. Hold on, kitty cat wants in. Come on, get in. Don't just sit there staring. Dang, why do cats do that? Anyway, so yeah, got that. Comes on down to here. Got my little eyelet right there. And you can see that stainless steel. Got a nut and washer, and then below decks a matching washer and nut. So that's really substantial. That's super substantial. That's not going anywhere. And look how clean it looks. I mean, it's stainless steel, and it only requires one hole. Whereas these cheap-ass bullcrap plastic cat's eyes, or whatever you want to call them, require 2 holes. And look at that. It's just cheap, chintzy plastic. Hell with that. These were 74 cents. And it's stainless steel. It's never going to rust. I'm never going to need to replace that. So I got that one there. Got a slightly bigger one up here. Okay, so what I did initially, I just had my paracord all one line to the handle, and I was cranking on it, and it worked perfectly fine. But I noticed it was taking about, 15, 20 pounds of force to pull that joker up. So I went ahead and put a pulley in line just to lessen the amount of force needed to lift that joker up. And you can see the way I got this is just a loop, tied a loop and I fed it through this swivel right here and kind of pulled it up and over, so bam, that holds it on. I can easily remove and replace it. You're just going to take your paracord, take your paracord, tie it off on this eyelet, hence why I have the bigger eyelet here, because I knew I was going to tie that off. And that's actually not even tied off. Same thing here, I had a loop and then I just kind of fed it through itself, so I can easily remove that if I needed to. So that's pretty cool. So you know, that's looped through there, comes up through the pulley, and then up and back through the eyelet. And this is the stock triangle that came with the anchor trolley kit that I bought. And this little spare stainless steel loop that I had works perfect. Okay, so let me climb up in this joker and we can test it out. Okay, so of course I've got my steering linked to my foot pedals like everyone does, you know, so I'm still free to fish, it's totally hands-free. I can steer with my feet. Alright, but say I get in some shallow water. Well, heck, I just grab this joker right here, and look how easy it is to pull this up. And normally I've got two hands free, and I can feed this through a little better. Gotta get crafty. But it means I just have, oh wait, this worked perfectly fine. So this is the way I normally do it, it's kind of feed it through like this. Normally I don't use my foot because I have an extra hands free. And look at that, dude. Let's hop out and look at it. Boop, 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 doo. Bam! And you can see I could have actually cranked that up 2-3 inches more. How cool is that, man? So handy. So handy. Gosh, I just love it. Alright, and once I get back in deep water, let's take this bad boy and undo it. Let it down nice and easy. Boom! And I can go back to steering it. Look how handy that is. I mean, it's just so sexy. You know? Yup. Anyway, super cheap modification. The anchor trolley system set me back $32, which isn't bad. And the paracord, got it from Lowe's. It's 11 cents a foot. I got 10 foot, so I was in at $1.10 there. These eyelets, like 70, 80 cents a piece. Of course, washers are 7, 8 cents a piece. This bigger eyelet was, you know, like $1. So the whole lift, I'm in at maybe 35 bucks. Well worth it. Well worth it. Cool. Hey, so if you guys have any questions, you know, leave me comments below. My next video, I'm going to talk about why I've disconnected the stock trolling motor control box that I had in here. I got a whole new system that I'm about to implement. Should quadruple my battery life. Thanks for watching, guys.